I'm Cynthia, and I am talking about twin flame cults. When we hear the word cult, we usually associate it with a religious sect of some type that is very fanatical. And the picture that we have is a very charismatic individual who has the ability to influence and control the minds of those who are very confused about their belief systems. And most often, those that fall under this captivating, spell-binding belief system are those who have led very dysfunctional lives or possibly experienced abuse on some level. Others are simply seeking because they feel that something is missing in their lives, and everything that they have accumulated on a financial and material level is not satisfying them. The twin flame movement, which I feel within the last 15 years has really risen to the surface through the internet and claimed a lot of notoriety, is one doorway into fanaticism and falling prey to cult type leaders who entice those who are desperately seeking a union with a deep soul connection into thinking a certain way that is very fanatical, and in some cases paying thousands of dollars with the promise that if you follow that program and turn yourself inside out and become a being of perfection, that your twin flame will have to come into union with you because you have risen so high that you are ready for a spiritual communion with that soul. And it has to be that way because they are your other half, and that your soul was originally split. So everything that you do to improve yourself, to raise your consciousness to the highest level that it possibly can become, is going to raise their consciousness level as well, and ultimately draw the two of you together. When I first found out about twin flames, it came through very practical knowledge with a teacher that was not a public figure. That was not her goal. She was a master's scholar who had experienced a great deal in life and taught many students. And the first thing that we were taught upon our arrival into her class on the very first night was that in order to raise our consciousness level to its highest, we had to completely surrender to God. She did not encourage us to leave our original religious upbringing and all of the cherished beliefs that we were taught. She simply taught us to blend everything together and to surrender the desire for whatever it was we wanted to God. And in doing so, we would accept our daily life, our obligations, our challenges, our defeats, our illnesses, whatever the difficulty was. We would accept everything in our life, and through our divine connection, we would be given the guidance to work through the challenges. We would be given direction on the way to go when it came to choosing our vocational field, our education, as well as discovering our personal talents. That was the base of our spiritual studies. When I began to meet twin flames, the first thing that I assessed was the fact that those in union were living functional, healthy lives. They were accepting their day-to-day responsibilities, and they valued each other, unlike so many relationships that you see in this era. Everything that I saw was based on real divine love. As I grew in my work and people were drawn to me, I found that the twin flames who never came into union were those who had unresolved desires. Someone else or something else, such as a desire for great amounts of money, success, fame, notoriety in a community, or the sexual desire, the lust for someone who they felt was more attractive, got in the way of that connection, and in many cases it ended before it really got started. And the twin that was left behind suffered so tremendously that it was the most heartbreaking experience I ever had to witness, even though it wasn't my own. I have seen many twins on the verge of a complete nervous breakdown through separation. But I experienced a lot of joy with the twins who came into union. Twin flame union, when you really break it down and you get serious about your true spiritual path in life, is nothing like what is being programmed to the general public. If you find that you are constantly having to weigh and gauge what your twin flame is thinking about you during separation, that is a red flag. Do I believe that psychic readers and tarot card readers can key into another person's higher conscience? Yes, I do believe that is possible. Do I believe that people who are married to others and find that it was the wrong choice, but they have chosen to stay in it, can love someone else? Absolutely. Can they think about the love that they lost? Absolutely. But what you must remember, if you truly believe that you have found your twin flame and you are indeed on the twin flame journey, is that it boils down to free will and free agency. This is what the Creator gave to us all in the very beginning of our creation and our existence upon this earth. And even in the case of twin flames, that free agency and free will of choice is something that is not to be tampered with on any level. And you will find that if you fall under those illusions, where you are encouraged to manipulate and turn yourself inside out to where you are losing your mind and your own way of thinking, and you are so obsessed about union and whether or not you're going to come into union and when you're going to come into union, and you are seeking out readings and you are combing the internet to find answers as to why you are in separation and what your twin is thinking, especially if they are in a marital union with someone else. You are emotionally and psychologically in a very bad way. It is something that can completely suck the energetic life force out of you and prevent you from living your life to the fullest, from working in an enriching and fulfilling career, it also deprives you from the possibility of another love in your life that is more suitable for you. Twin flames are at many different levels. And if union is not possible, it is for a very good reason. Your twin flame could be on a very narcissistic path that is very damaging. They could be an addict. They could be mentally ill. They could be someone who has criminal behavior that they practice and harm others on a daily basis through cheating, lying, and scamming. You are truly working for your soul's growth, and you believe in the power of God, the divine creator over all, you will want the highest good for yourself, as well as the soul of your twin flame. But in order to attain it all begins with you. Begins with undertaking the commitment to your spiritual growth. And that requires releasing your twin to the divine. A great prerequisite to my book, Twin Flames, Beyond the Veil of Illusion, is Spiritually Single in Sickness and Health, A Woman's Guide to Healing at a Soul Level. I cover 4 decades of American history that does explain how our country, which has influenced the world, has come to the point that it is at, and why men and women are in separation at this time, almost to the point of hating one another. In my first chapter of Twin Flames, Beyond the Veil of Illusion, I talk about the danger of obsession. And I also give you more information as to what is going on as we transition into the Aquarian age. It is time for healing at a soul level. And the only way that you can attain that is if you gain peace within your soul through the power of release. I wish you much love and many blessings